Well, glory be to God Almighty for another opportunity to be here with you. I am Tyrone Poole. I want to welcome those watching on YouTube, those that are watching on LinkedIn, X, Twitter, Facebook, all my Facebook family and friends. I want to welcome you to Life is a University Show. Please like and subscribe because teamwork makes the dreams of others work. What is the purpose of Life is a University Show? I'm beginning to get people to say that, wow, this title, Life is a University, sounds very, very interesting. Very good title. So, what is Life is a University Show? Well, I understand that life is truly a university, and there are principal classes that life offers us all. And those classes are basically called tests, trials, and temptations. And our experiences with these principal classes is the only thing that separates me from you and you from me. And that, my friends, is the truth. Now, this next statement that I'm about to make is also 100% truth. And that statement is the difference between those who overcome and those that don't. Well, the answer is found 3 inches between the ears. That's right, it's how you think, it's how you set your mind when you are being tempted, how you think when you are being tried by life, and just how you think, period, will determine whether you win or you lose when temptation, trials, and tests come into your life. Because at the end of the day, the person in the mirror is the only one that can decide whether you win or you lose. So that's why my purpose as host of Life is a University Show is to give you principle-based information, right? Principle-based information on some phenomenal topics that all of us, we all sit around the table and we talk about, right? So my purpose is to not only give you great topics to make you think, but also to give you principle-based information that will inspire and motivate you mentally, spiritually, and physically to overcome and graduate Life University so you can move on to the next level of your potential. And we all have next level potential, people. Yes, I always say, if you woke up this morning, you open your eyes, then that means you have more left in you. Whatever you did yesterday does not matter. That was part of the equation, but there is next level potential inside of you. So, are you guys ready to work that thing? Are you ready to work that thing on this episode of Life is a University? I know you are. Let's WTT 100, people. Today, Today, I want to discuss a topic that is increasingly becoming a focal point of societal debate. Yeah, we have these talks around the table, even in your own household. If you got kids, you know what I'm talking about. And maybe yourself, growing up, you had this same debate, right? So the focal point is, has society created a generation with a mindset of entitlement? And this title doesn't just apply to children. No. There are some adults who think they are entitled just because we're married, Don't go there, T-Poo. Don't go there. Let me stop. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, there are people, just because you may have done things in your past and then you guys come together, I'm entitled to that. Well, depending on who you ask, I would say, right? So this is why I think before we can even talk about entitlement, right? I think before we can truly answer this question about, has society created a generation with a mindset of entitlement? And before we can answer that question, we need to begin with defining what we mean by entitlement. What do we mean by entitlement? Well, simply put, entitlement refers to the belief that one inherently deserves privileges or special treatment without necessarily earning them. Can you guys agree with that? Can you agree with that definition? That the definition of entitlement refers to the belief, right? The belief that one inherently deserves privileges or special treatment, right? Without necessarily earning them. That's our working definition for entitlement. Now, this mindset can manifest in various ways. It doesn't just happen, right? We're not just born with this entitlement, right? It has to develop, right? This mindset can manifest itself in various ways, such as expecting success without hard work. There are a lot of people out there that expect, you know what, I'm going to take the elevator. Isn't that the term we use? The elevator to success? Nobody wants to take the stairs. Everyone's expecting success without hard work. Now, this entitlement mindset can manifest by demanding respect without showing it. We want it, but we're not showing nothing to say that we deserve it. Or this entitlement mindset can manifest by assuming that one's needs and desires should take precedence over others. And you guys know anybody out there like that? You know anybody out there that says, you know what, my needs, my desires should take precedence over others? Well, with all that said, right, the big elephant in the room question at hand is still the topic. Has society fostered this mindset in this current generation of entitlement? Has society created a generation with this mindset of entitlement? Now, I believe there are several factors that contribute to this perception. Now, I'm going to give you a few of these contributing factors, right? So let's take a look at some of these contributing factors that I believe that has contributed to this perception of entitlement. First, the role of parenting and education. Parenting and education cannot be overstated, right? If we examine the past few decades, we can see there has been a significant shift towards more protective and permissive parenting styles. Now, of course, you raise your children the way you want to, right? Everybody has their style. But I think sometimes we can overprotect and use permissive parenting styles that are not good. Example, many parents are shielding their children from failure and disappointment when they should let their children earn it, go through it, get the bumps, get the bruises. Say if you got a child that you try to teach how to swim, all right? I know a lot of you probably took swimming classes. Now, me personally, I didn't take swimming class. I taught myself how to swim, right? I'm like, they pushed me in the water, and man, look at here. I think I started out doggy paddling. I think that was my first way of learning how to swim. Any doggy peddlers out there? And then I started the strokes, right? So I kind of taught myself how to swim. But we have such an advantage with our children today that we can take our children to a professional, right? Someone who has learned how to swim using all the right tools, right? And we take our children to them, to the swim class. So the child gets out there in the water, and then the swim instructor is letting them learn how to swim on their own. And you, as a parent, you're sitting up in the stands, and you start to hear your child, and you're looking at the swim instructor. You're like, help my child. They're coughing. They're choking on water. Help them. And you almost want to come out the stands yourself and try to help. But see, your child needs to go through that. They need to know what it does when it gets in the esophagus, when it gets in the trachea, when it gets into the throat area. Basically, that's teaching the child, that choking is teaching the child to close their mouth when you're in water. But if you go down and you want to use a passive and protective style of teaching how to swim, then your child is not going to be a pretty good swimmer and probably won't learn how to swim. Anybody ever been in that situation before? So I believe parents have inadvertently, we as parents have inadvertently created environments where children are not exposed to valuable lessons that come from facing adversity, facing challenges, and facing opposition. Now, what about this? What about this one here? Everybody gets a trophy culture, right? Everybody gets a trophy. We got our kids playing sports. Now, growing up again, when I was growing up, right? There was only, basically, you had first, second, and third. That was it. You either get the blue, everybody wants the blue ribbon, right? Or you get the red ribbon, or I think third place was like a white ribbon. Anybody remember that, right? Everybody else, if you didn't finish in the top three, we'll see you next year. But we live in a culture where I guess all the parents came together, right? You know, my child, they went home last night and they were crying, and little Johnny, nothing against anybody named Johnny, or little Susie, nothing against anybody named Susie, right? These are just names. But little Johnny, he worked hard for about a month and a half, and Johnny came in 10th out of 12 kids. Now, we need to do something about that, because that's messing with Johnny's mindset, and he's such a sensitive kid. We get that, right? But I think when we give everyone that trophy type of culture, and again, guys can already tell this is not one of my favorite rewards for children, right? Or anyone for that matter. I don't care who you could be an adult. It's kind of like Ricky Bobby, that movie Talladega Nights. Ricky Bobby daddy told him, he said, Ricky, if you're not first, you're last, right? And he was putting that mentality into Ricky, the character of the movie Talladega Nights. If you're not first, you're last, right? So go for first. But again, I think our parenting styles, we've taught our kids, hey, just go out there and participate, whether you good or not, you're going to get something. And I think in the real world, it's not like that. You got to earn it. You got to earn it. Anybody understand what I'm talking about? So I think when we reward our children for things that they really didn't achieve, I think we set that mindset of entitlement that, hey, if I show up, I'm supposed to get something. I don't care if I add to or don't add to. Whether I do good or don't do good, you're still supposed to give me something, right? So I'm not against giving kids something, some type of reward. I'm not. I totally understand this well-intentioned motive, but again, participation, rewards, I just don't believe in it, right? Right. And again, if you don't come in first, you don't come in second, you don't come in third, you don't get anything. What that does, it tells you I need to come back stronger next time. Come back. Let me learn where my weaknesses are and let me get stronger. Right. Okay. So again, this participation reward, I think this is why I firmly believe this mindset may have led some young people, some young people, some, not all, some young people to believe that effort is optional. That's why I don't like participation awards, participation trophies, or just giving people something just because they showed up, right? You got to earn the right. You got to earn the right to sit in this seat. You got to earn the right. So I think that when you give everybody for anything for just showing up, it takes away the effort option and it rewards people for mediocrity. That's just me. That's just me talking. And moreover, the next thing that I think that contributes to this entitlement through society is the digital age. The digital age, people. The digital age has played a crucial role in shaping attitudes today. Woo! Yes, it has. And you guys know what I mean when I say digital age. Yes, social media people, social media platforms often present edited versions of reality. Hence the word edited versions of reality. Man, some of that stuff you see on social media, kids see on social media, adults see on social media. Man, that stuff ain't real. You got to go back and fact check stuff, man. And plus with green screen and you know, one time I saw this video, right? And I saw the ball like move and do all kinds of curves and it's like the person threw the ball from like 100 yards away, right? And I'm like, whoa. Wow, man, that is cool. I'm going around telling everybody, man, did y'all see this video? Look at this video. Look at this video, right? And then, long story short, green screen. They got a person dressed up in a green suit and they got the ball running and you don't see them because they're dressed in green. And I'm telling you, man, the fake reality of social media, right? And the versions of this edited reality where success appears entertainingly, like it just poof, pops out of nowhere. And also it was effortless, right? Now, I believe this can create unrealistic expectations and a sense of entitlement to similar achievements without recognizing the hard work and dedication that typically builds such success, whatever that success is. And additionally, in additional to what I just stated, the constant validation. Woo, this is big too. The constant validation through social media, where a majority of everyone is fighting. I'm like, people do anything for likes, for shares, and for comments. And I'm going to do something for likes and shares too. Y'all need to like and share Life is a University and comment on it, right? But I'm earning it, right? I'm earning it. I'm sitting here, I'm coming up with my content. I'm sitting here, I'm delivering it to you. So I'm not just asking you to like and share like I'm entitled. No, I'm working at this. And if you like it, like it. If you can share it, share it. If you want to comment, comment on it, right? So again, majority of everyone is fighting the wrong fight for likes and shares and comments. And all of what I just mentioned, the likes and the shares and the comments can foster a need for immediate gratification and external improvement. So that's why I've said, regardless if one person just shows up, if nobody shows up, I get my gratification by doing something that I love to do. And I love, again, inspiring, motivating, and helping not only myself, but others graduate Life University so we can move on to our next level of potential, right? Okay, so here's my next one. How has society enabled this entitlement mindset that we see in today's people? Well, I think the economic and social factors have also contributed to this mindset of entitlement. Well, what do I mean? I think so many young people today face unprecedented economic pressures, such as high student loan debt. It's almost like I've seen a lot of kids in the last decade go out for activities where they can get scholarships to go to college. I've seen more kids active in sports, trying to get some type of extra income to be able to go through college. And I've also seen those that I went to school with during my time. They leave college and they are in their 30s and 40s and they're still paying on their student loan debt. So I think economic pressure, such as high student loan debt and a competitive job market, has caused this societal impact on the entitlement of the young people and people alike. So it is in some of these cases, I should say in some of these cases, this has led to frustration. It's led to frustration and a sense of entitlement to opportunities and rewards that previous generations may have felt the need to earn through preservation and resilience. And however, it is essential to recognize that labeling, now, and I got to say this now, I want to say this as a disclaimer, right? We cannot label the entire generation. I can't label the entire generation as entitled. They're entitled, right? That is a oversimplification. I can't do that. So what I can do is the fact that I am going to take a break. And again, while some of these individuals are exhibiting traits of entitlement, right? We do have a few individuals out there that are exemplifying these traits. Many young people are incredibly hardworking people, and they are socially aware, and they are committed to making a positive impact. They are navigating the world that is vastly different from that of my day, your day, their predecessors. Different in the sense that the unique challenges that they have and the unique opportunities that they have. And furthermore, it is important for us to understand that entitlement is not a new phenomenon, people. I know I was probably had the mindset of entitlement, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of you have the mindset of entitlement. I probably still got the mindset of a little bit of entitlement, right? But this is not a new phenomenon, nor is it exclusive to any single generation. Every era, I believe, has had its share of individuals who felt entitled. So what I believe what differs is the context and the social norms that shape these attitudes. Well, people, I got to pause for a moment and I got to take a commercial break. But when I return from this break, I will discuss some ideas that will address, right? I just gave you guys the problem. Now I'm about to give you the medicine that's going to help erase the symptoms, right? We're going to get rid of this from the root, right? So when I return, we will address with answers the elephant in the room. Has society created a generation with a mindset of entitlement? Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back with more Life is a University show.
There's a price to pay to become somebody new. There's a price to pay for change. Do I have what it takes? When you look into my future, can you see me making it?
Okay. 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 Okay.
Hello, my name is Elijah and my body is my business. When I want to outperform my competition, I use TNT Nitric Shock pre-workout powder. It gives my body energy to maximize my performance. Take your performance to the next level and use Work That Thing TNT pre-workout powder.
All right. Welcome back to Life is a University show. I am your host, Tyrone Poole, and today's topic, people, we are talking about society and has society caused this entitlement that we see in our youth? Has society created a generation with a mindset of entitlement? Right? Great topic. So, how do we address this elephant in the room? What can we do to address this issue of society creating these individuals that believe they are entitled to everything, right? How can we stop that? Well, first thing we have to do is we have to emphasize value. We have to emphasize effort. We need to foster environments that emphasize the value of effort. Resilience and personal responsibility. Now, this begins at home, right? It begins at home. It starts with us, the parents. It starts with you as a parent. It begins at home. It begins in schools, and it extends within our communities. We need to encourage young people to take risks. Take a chance. Get out of your comfort zone. We need to encourage them to fail, people. Let me say that again. Yes, I did say it. We need to encourage them to fail, right? Just like with the swimming lesson example, you got to let them choke. It's not going to cause them to lose their life. because you're still there to protect them, but they need to learn how to swim on their own. We need to encourage them to fail and then learn from the failures. And we need to get the young people to understand that success is often a result of sustained effort rather than entertainmentally microwave type of reward. And I believe this is crucial. It is crucial that we emphasize value and support. The next thing that I think we need to do, we need to promote critical thinking and media literacy. And I believe helping young people discern between the curated realities of social media and the genuine efforts required for success, well, it can migrate unrealistic expectations. We need to let them know that, yes, what you're doing is going to produce unrealistic expectations. So critical thinking and media literacy can help us get rid of this entitlement mentality. Now, the last thing that we need to do, we need to approach this situation, issue of entitlement, this mindset entitlement. We need to approach this issue with empathy and understanding. Yes, empathy and understanding. That will help us get rid of a generation that has this entitlement, right? So rather than condemning the entire generation, we should engage in open dialogues to understand their perspective, right? If we're going to help somebody, we need to understand, why do you do what you do? We need to understand their perspectives and their challenges. How many of us actually sit down with the generation and just ask them, who are you? Who are you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Why do you think you're here on this earth? We need to have engaging dialogue like that. And I think we will get rid of that entitlement mindset, because now we just created individuals and gotten them to think in a way that they now are looking at themselves and they're pulling from within the things that make them special, and they go out there and they earn it. And then they respect it, because anytime you're doing anything that you feel like you own, you respect it more. So by doing this, I think we can work together to build a society that values hard work, mutual respect, and shared responsibilities, people. Now, in conclusion, while there are elements in our society that may contribute to a mindset of entitlement, it is not an inescapable destiny for this current generation. They can't escape the entitlement mindset. And again, how do we do it? We do it by addressing the root causes and fostering a culture of effort and resilience. We can help shape a future where entitlement, people, is replaced with empowerment. We're going to get rid of the entitlement, and we're going to replace that with empowerment and responsibility. So, man, I love it. That was a great show. People. So, until the next episode of Life is a University, I pray that you prosper in everything and be in health just as your soul prospers. I want to thank you for watching Life is a University show. And if today's information was helpful to you in any kind of way, please, please email us and share your thoughts. info@lifeisauniversity.com. Also, if you are having a corporate event, workshop, college program, youth empowerment seminars, come on, people, church program, and you're looking for that unique speaker, someone that's going to give you so much information that you're going to have to hire someone to help you misunderstand. Just like this show, I gave you so much information. If you don't know how to destroy that empowerment mindset in this generation, then you just got somebody. You probably called somebody in to say, help me misunderstand what Tyrone just said, because he gave so much good information. So if you're looking for that unique speaker, people, then I am that unique speaker you're looking for. So just email me at bookings@tyronepool.com. And again, I want to thank you for watching Life is a University show, where our mantra is work that thing with us or watch us work that thing. So I got to keep it real with you. What do? We work that thing, people. What is it all about? It's all about the E. It's all about energy. It's all about effort. It's all about effectiveness, efficiency, or whatever your E word is that excites you to work that thing. Whatever your thing is, the E is for everyone. WTT 100, people. I'm out of here. Peace.